Alright, so we continue from where we stopped. In the last class, we introduced inverses. Okay, the inverse of a matrix. Alright, so we intend to continue from there. Inverse of a matrix. Inverse of matrices. Alright, now we have defined that the inverse of a matrix, okay, the inverse of a matrix A the inverse of a matrix A, okay, written as A superscript prime is defined as the inverse A is equals to the adjoint of A divided by the determinant of A. So that is the inverse of a matrix. Okay, examples. Alright, so we're asked to find the inverse of these matrices, of this matrix. So the first thing we do is to find all our cofactors. Remember? So following this definition here, the definition of inverse, that means we'll find all our cofactor, then transpose to have our adjoint. So I will now say our cofactor, please write quickly, cofactor of 1. Okay? The cofactor of 1 is equals to, when I neglect, you're going to give me plus, that is the place sign, multiplied by the matrix of minor, which will give me 0, determinant of minor, which will give me 0, 2, minus 2, and minus 6. When I neglect the row and column, okay? When I neglect the row and column of 1, and it will give me 0 times that will give me 0 minus 2 times minus 4 will give me 2 times minus 2 will give me minus 4. Okay, and of course when you expand you will have your answer to be 4. So the cofactor of 1 is 4. Cofactor of 2 is equals to, when you neglect minus determinant, neglecting the row and column of 2, you are going to have minus 1, 2, 4, and minus 3. Alright, that will give us minus into minus 1 times minus 3 will give us 3. Then minus 4 times 2 will give us 8. 3 minus 8 will give us minus 5, times minus will give us plus. So we'll have plus 5. Cofactor of 3. Okay, plus place sign multiplied by matrix of minor, which will give us minus 1, 0, 4, and minus 2. Decomposing, minus plus not affect our answer. Minus 1 times minus 2 on the primary diagonal give us 2, minus 0, 4 times 0 give us 0, and we have our answer to be 2 as the cofactor of 3. Cofactor of minus 1 is equals to, the place sign is minus 1, minus, that's the place sign of minus 1, into the matrix of minor, negating the row and column will give us 2, 3, minus 2, minus 3, minus 2, minus 3. That will give us the determinant of minor. Alright, so minus into minus 6 minus product of second diagonal give us minus 6 also. Okay, product of primary diagonal is minus 6, then the product of second diagonal, which is minus 6. And minus times minus will give us plus. And minus 6 plus 6 will give us 0. And of course, we'll end up having 0 as the answer. So this is the answer. So the next one is cofactor of 0. That's the next one, cofactor of 0. And the cofactor of 0 is equals to, when you neglect the row and column, this is the row and that is the column, you are going to have 1, 3, 4 minus 3. That is what you will have. So, and the place sign is positive, so plus 1, 3, okay, 4 minus 3. 4 and minus 3 will give us the determinant of minor, which will give us 1 times minus 3 will give us minus 3, minus 4 times 3 will give us 12, and we end up having minus 15. Okay, the next one is cofactor of 2. Cofactor of 2. And the place sign is going to give us minus. Neglecting the row and the column, matrix of minor will give us 1, 2, 1, 2, 4 minus 2, 1, 2, 4 minus 2. And that will give us minus multiplied by minus 2, primary product, then minus 8, secondary product. Alright, minus 2 minus 8 will give us minus 10. Minus 10 times minus will give us plus 10. So we have 10 as the answer. Then cofactor of 4. Cofactor of 4 is equals to, neglecting the row and column, the sign is going to give us positive. Neglecting the row and column, we are going to have 2, 3, 0, 2, 0 and 2. The cofactor of 4, this is 4 now where we are. So when you neglect the row and column, you will have 2, 3, 0, 2. Okay, and the place sign there is positive, so you end up having 2 times 2 is 4, 4 minus 0, and that will give us 4 as the answer. Cofactor of minus 2 is equals to, the place sign is negative, into neglecting the row and column, you have 1, 3, minus 1, 2. 1, 3, minus 1 and 2. Okay, we are here now. Cofactor of minus 2. Okay, the place sign there is negative. That is the column and that is the row. 1, 3, minus 1, 2 is what you will have. And when you solve, minus into determinant, 2 minus, that is primary minus secondary, is minus 3. And minus minus is plus, so 2 plus 3 will give us 5, times minus, you end up having minus 5 as the cofactor. Then the cofactor of minus 3. Cofactor of minus 3 is equals to, place sign is positive, and determinant of minor will give us 1, 2, 1, 2, minus 1, and 0. Okay, we are at minus 3 and at the last element there. Neglecting the row and column, you have 1, 2, minus 1, and 0. So when you solve, 1 times 0 is 0, minus 1 times 2 give us minus 2. And of course, when you finish solving, you are going to have 2. Minus minus is plus, 0 plus 2 give us 2. So we have finished with all the cofactors. Then you now form the matrix of cofactors by picking all the elements as we have seen in previous classes. So let's say matrix of cofactors. Matrix of cofactor. And what's matrix of cofactor? We'll call it Q raised to the power C. That will give us Q raised to the power C is equals to, then you now take all the cofactors. We have, so that from here, 4, 5, 2. So 4, 5, 2. Then we got 0, 0, then minus 15, then 10, 4 followed, then minus 5, and finally 2. So this is the matrix of cofactor. Then the adjoint of Q, that implies that the adjoint of Q, which is equals to the transpose of the matrix of cofactor. When you transpose your cofactor, the matrix of cofactor, you are going to have, so the adjoint of Q, now is equals to, first row become first column, so 4, 5, 2. Second row becomes second column, 0, minus 15, and 10. And third row becomes third column, 4, minus 5, and 2. So this is the adjoint of Q. Any question? Any question? Sure, I'm not expecting question because these things we have done. So we have found the matrix of cofactor now, and the adjoint of Q rather. So following our definition of inverse. So we have gotten this part. What is remaining now is the determinant. Alright, so that implies, I want to find the determinant of Q. That implies that the determinant of Q now is going to give us, recall, we have not gotten the recall that Q, but our Q is equals to 1, 2. I'm writing it here instead of flipping over the board again. Minus 1, 0, 2, 4, minus 2, minus 3. Now I'm going to show you something when I finish the determinant of Q. I'm going to show you a simple or something you could have also done. Alright. Now I'm having this, so that implies that the determinant, I'm going to use the Sarus method. Alright, so I'll copy the first two columns. So for my augmented matrix, I'm going to have it equals to 1, minus 1, 4, 2, 0, minus 2, 3, 2, minus 3, the original matrix. Then I copy my next two columns, first two columns at the back, 1, minus 1, 4, 2, 0, and minus 2. So using the Sarus method, I will now look for the product of the primary diagonal. Okay. This was the original primary diagonal, alright, but using the Saris method, I have formed augmented primary diagonals. This is the third primary diagonal. So I'll find the product of all my primary diagonals using the Saris method now. So 1 times 0 is 0, times minus 3 will give me 0. So that is 0 for the first primary diagonal. 2 times 4 is 4, plus times 4 is 16, plus 16. Okay, then plus 3 times minus 1 is minus 3, times minus 2, I will have 6. So this is the product of all the pseudo primary diagonal. Then minus the product of all the pseudo secondary diagonal. So I will highlight my secondary diagonal. This was the original secondary diagonal. Then due to the formation of my augmented matrix, I have other pseudo secondary diagonal, alright, which are these in blue line, and I'll now take all their product also. So the Saris method is faster for a 3 by 3. 4 times 0 is 0, times 3 I will still have 0, plus minus 2 times 2 is minus 4, times 1 I will have minus 4. So minus 4 here. Then the last secondary diagonal, minus 3 times minus 1 will give me 3, times 2 I will have 6, plus 6. Now when you simplify this, you are going to have your determinant of Q is equals to 22 from here, minus 4 plus 6 will give us 2, so minus 2. So therefore, the determinant of Q is equals to 20. Very fast, using the Saris method. Any question? Any question? Alright, so no question. Let's continue. So that's the determinant of Q. So we're now saying, back to what we are doing, that implies that the inverse of Q now, Q inverse is equals to the adjoint of Q divided by the determinant of Q, and that will give us 1 all over 20, alright, multiplied by the adjoint of Q, which is, what is the adjoint of Q now? Look at it here. 40 what again? 5 minus 15 minus 5, 404, 5 minus 15 minus 5, okay, and what again? 2, 10, 2, 2, 10, 2. So this is the adjoint of Q, 404. Alright, so that's correct. So that's the adjoint, and of course this is your inverse. So your Q inverse is equals to this. So it's either you leave an answer this way, or you can go ahead and use 1 over 20 to multiply all the elements. So Q inverse can also be this way, as 4 over 20 give us 1 over 5, okay, 1 all over 5, 0, or 1 over 5 again, 1 over 4, okay, minus 3 all over 4, minus 1 all over 4, 1 over 10, 1 over 2, and 1 all over 10. Alright, so these are the two formats in which the answers can be. Alright, so that's the two formats in which the answers can be.